guys, it's Madison with Higher Vibrations News, and today I'll be talking with Malou from the PAWSsion Project. Malou is dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating dogs in the Philippines. Let's give her a call so we can learn more about this awesome project. So tell me about a day in the life of the PAWSsion Project.
Yeah.
How busy are you? I'm sure you have a ton of dogs.
Yeah. So basically, PAWSsion Project actually started with just a single Facebook post. So that's why I always tell people never ever underestimate the power of social media and having to advocate and speak up. It just started when, my friend and I saw a Facebook post about these dogs who were all scheduled to be killed by gunshot, all impounded dogs. And unfortunately, it was legal. So we were initially thinking of putting up an Airbnb business in the farm, but then since we didn't have any concrete plans yet, we just said, how about we just rescue the dogs? Because my friend knew how much I've been a dog lover, and coincidentally, she didn't know that I've always wanted to put up a dog shelter.
Aww.
So we started the shelter just because we wanted to save those dogs. And since I personally went to the pound to rescue the dogs, I saw how much of a suffering they were going through, and I just couldn't stop anymore. So every week, we'd get impounded dogs, and it's something that I cannot really be against because it's also, the city's way of protecting humans because of the Anti-Rabies Act. So
Right.
always a balance between having to protect humans and having to protect dogs. But what I'm just really against with is, the inhumanely way of trying to dispose of them. So I just couldn't stop anymore. So the PAWSsion Project started just last October of 2018. So relatively new, but we've saved over 300 dogs already, like 90+% from the pound and, abused and maltreated dogs. I have over 100 dogs at the shelter because some were already adopted. And then
Wow.
a few unfortunately died because of, when we got them, they were really very sick already. So a day in the life of PAWSsion Project is very, very tiring.
Yeah.
Very tiring because, the shelter is almost an hour away from the city where I live. And when I started the shelter, I would make it a point to go there every day because, you can't rescue dogs and just leave them there. These are all traumatized dogs. And I realized really how much love and care can make a difference in the lives of these dogs. So it's very tiring because, you have the shelter to manage, you have social media to manage. Right now, I get so many messages from people reporting to me about abused dogs and, maltreated dogs, or, they see puppies or, just dogs left there in the streets. So it's a very, very tiring kind of work. But, well, I wouldn't say it's not really work because it's voluntary, but nothing can be more fulfilling, really.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that has to be so fulfilling. So a lot of these dogs are adopted after rehabilitation, right?
Yes, we make it a point that the dogs have been rehabilitated. Dogs that were adopted were already spayed or neutered. They have been sterilized already. They have been vaccinated already. Because I personally, I accept the fact that I cannot rescue all dogs. So rescuing is just a temporary solution. Permanent solution really is having to sterilize all the stray dogs so you can control the population. Lesser number of dogs, that means more quality of life for the dogs because we can take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. So why do you think people abuse animals?
Well, personally, I think, for some, it's a psychological problem.
Yeah.
I guess really, people who abuse animals are heartless, or they could also have gone through something in the past that made them release those anger and, those things to animals. But I think it's never really acceptable. It's never acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think other people would also abuse animals because some dogs, they tend to be aggressive. But what people don't know is that dogs don't become aggressive without any reason. Other dogs become aggressive because they're caged or leashed far too long. Other dogs become aggressive because probably they've gone through a time wherein they were maltreated or they were abused. Or, you know what I always tell people too, other dogs can be aggressive because they have a medical condition. You know, they can't speak, so they don't
Yeah.
deal with pain. So, you know, just because your dog becomes aggressive doesn't give you the right to maltreat or abuse your dog. In the first place, your dog didn't come to you for you to get sick in the dog. It was your decision to get the dog. So I always remind people, like, you know, getting a dog, well, not just dog, any animal for that matter, is a lifetime commitment and responsibility. So just because your dog becomes aggressive or just because your dog, you know, gets stinky, doesn't give you
Right.
the right to abuse them. So at the end of the day, really, not no, you know, there's nothing that can justify humans abusing or maltreating animals.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Tell me what is love to you? What is your definition of love?
Well, for me, love is something that's very, very hard to define. But you know, with having to take in all these dogs, all these abused dogs, for me, really, love is just something that you freely give away in return of people's kindness to you. So, you know, all these dogs that I was able to rescue have gone through so much trauma. You know, I saw how they were treated in pounds, and you know, you can just imagine what they went through when, you know, people would catch them. But people who were able to go to the shelter can really attest to, you know, how much of a transformation we've made to the lives of these dogs just because we would shower them with love and kindness every day. What I realized really, it's, you know, stray dogs or, you know, rescue dogs are the best pets because
Yeah.
they've gone through so much in life and they have simple joys really. You know, just pet them, give them,
Yeah.
and they will be loyal to you for the rest of their lives. So, you know, dogs have a beautiful way of explaining to us love. It's unconditional, it's very pure, and you know, they don't give conditions. You know, just give them love and they'll give you love back in return.
Right. Right. I love that. What areas do you think that we can improve as a human race?
Well, at the end of the day, you know, this is my motto in life. In this world, really, where we can be anything, let us always, always choose to be kind. In any aspects of life, may it be with animals, may it be with humans, may it be with nature, let us always stay kind because, you know, we're not here permanently in this world. It's very, very selfish of us if we don't take care about the environment, if we don't care about animals, because at the end of the day, we will pass away, but there's still more generations to come. So if we really want to improve as a human race, let us always, always choose to be kind. You know, kindness really for me is the beginning of all the beautiful things in life. When you're kind, you open your heart to love even more. When you're kind, you open your heart to, you know, accept the indifferences of people, of animals. So for me, really, just stay kind.
Right. That's an awesome answer. Tell me how we can support the PAWSsion Project. What is your IG, your websites and things? How can we donate?
Yeah, so PAWSsion Project right now, we're on Facebook and Instagram. So it's PAWSsion Project. And we're now almost done with the processing of our registration as a foundation. So I haven't really researched so much, but I guess once we're done with the processing, we might just be the first foundation for animals, well, for dogs to be specific in the Philippines, because I have big dreams for PAWSsion Project. You know, PAWSsion Project is not just about rescuing dogs. It's about educating people, really. It's about, you know, while we have rescued 300 dogs, while I have 100 dogs in the shelter, I always tell people it's not about that number. It's about educating millions of people all over the world that, you know, we have to be kind and we have to be compassionate, that it's not okay to be cruel to animals, that it's not okay to abandon your dogs. So people can follow our Facebook page and Instagram, which is PAWSsion Project once again. I post updates of PAWSsion Project every day. No matter how busy my schedule is, I'd always want to update people And people can donate. The donation details are also on the page, but easiest would be PayPal. It's PAWSsionProject@gmail.com. And all other donation details are also found on the page. What I always tell people, I get messages from people who really want to help, but they're not from my city. So I always tell them it doesn't matter. Again, never ever underestimate the power of having to advocate. You know, having to share posts in social media, it opens the minds and hearts of people. Again, going back to how PAWSsion started, it all just started with a single Facebook post. And we
Right.
just commented on it, and then we shared and shared. And then, you know, with people having to see what was happening, people came together to help out. So
Right.
PAWSsion Project really is not just about helping dogs. It's not just about animals, but restoring our faith and hope in humanity. Everyone helping out each other for the sake of these voiceless creatures.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I love your movement. I hope that we can have more things like the PAWSsion Project all over the world, and I think that's amazing. So thanks so much.
That's really a goal. Thank you too, Madison, for making time.